wasn't looking for pleasure, man, but I was looking for more of God. I said, God, I don't want to just be a Christian by name. That day, I said, God, I want to be real. And that's what God is looking for, people that are real. People that are willing just to lay down everything. You know what, in that day, I went to my room. I wasn't a bad kid. I think I didn't drink like twice my whole life. And I used to listen to secular music, go to the clubs. But I remember going to my room and I was going ready to go to football practice there at the college, and that CD came out. I was trying to get fired up. I was the smallest. I was like rooting the football team. I was like the smallest guy. But one thing coach liked about me that I can hit. But man, it was a headache after football practice. So before football practice, I would take all my Tylenol pills and my ibuprofen, and then I put on some rock music, get on fire. Get crazy for football. But I remember that one song came out, Highway to Hell. How many heard that song? And then something just inside of me said, stop and listen to the words of the song you're listening to. Many people say it's just a song, but the lyrics behind it, if you really stop and listen to it. I said, I'm going to highway where? Highway to where? It's highway to hell. And something just said, do you want to go to hell? I said, no. So why is this kind of music? It's a bunch of junk. And I remember that day, I used to be a DJ, used to call me DJ Red. I got all my CDs. And I just broke all my CDs. It was like a closed chapter in my life there. All my music was gone, and I love music so much. But that music, I turned it into Christian music after that. But I want to tell you guys that, and then the next Sunday I went to church. It's like the preacher just speaking straight to me next Sunday too. I show up to church and there was all these girls in front of the altar. I was like, praise the Lord. I get to choose one. But then the pastor gets a rose and he says, I want you to picture love as a rose. He says, every time you date a girl, I want you to give her, he had a rose. He says, so he got every girl up there, and he says, I want you to give every girl you date to give a girl a petal. So he was giving a girl a petal. And the last girl at the end, he gave her just the stem. I was like, what is this guy talking about? He says, I want you to picture love as a rose. The petal signifies your heart. And the stem signifies you after giving all your heart away. The only thing, the last girl at the end is your wife. The only thing she's going to get is what? You. And all the pain, all the troubles you went through a relationship. I was like, ouch. So that day I even kissed dating goodbye. And I said, God, I don't want to just... Tonight, I just want to be real. I remember I kissed dating goodbye. I said, God, I just want to wait on you. I want to tell you, I just fell in love with Jesus when I was in college, and the more I started going to church, then the pastor asked me, "You're going to lead the prayer meetings?" I had no idea what it was to lead. But it was one of the amazing things. I started just doing worship music at church and just leading the prayer meetings. Just falling in love with Jesus, man. Just taking up my cross every single day. You know, I really knew what it meant when God says, love the Lord your God with all your heart. Because that was my heart, just to please Him with everything that was inside me. I said, God, just take those things that are not of you. And you know, every time I would say, God, just take it away, He kept just taking all those things away. He was doing like heart surgery on me. But I want to tell you one thing, the moment God just really completely changed me, all I wanted to just live for Christ. My whole purpose of going to college to play college football. I said, I like Carol, man, that was my God. I worship football. You know, I was there every day in the weight room. That was my God. But as I started going to church, man, God just completely just changed my life. And I just saw these people in the cafeteria as I was walking down my class. And I was at football practice and listening to these guys. Man, I said, these guys see Jesus. Everybody, they looked around. I would see young ladies with little skirts and just showing all their cleavage. And man, I said, man, these people need Jesus. I would see people smoking weed. I said, man, my heart just began to get so troubled. And I remember I did the craziest thing. I went on top of I was out there in the courtyard, and in front of all these people, during the lunch hour. I got on top of